What's up, YouTube? This is GroudonEmpire, and I am back for another episode of Road to 1700, episode 19. I actually tried recording this episode once before this attempt, and there was a thunderstorm going on in the area, and the internet was affected. So we got into the first game, and then we got disconnected, and we got sent back all the way to, like, as if I was the one that lost connection. I actually did lose the connection. So I'm concerned if once I press challenge, if I have lost my points or not. So I'll just check right now. And yes, it appears that we're at 1595 now. We started off at 1609. So those were 14 points lost. That's because of the internet. That's because of the weather. So I'm very frustrated at that. We have our first opponent. I'm very frustrated. This is not a good way to start off the recording. So our opponent has a T-Flame, Thundurus, Venusaur, Slowbro, Heatran. I'm assuming that this is going to be... It's definitely a Mega Gengar. I'm going to bring Blissey. Blissey can handle so many things on this team. So many things. And Scizor can... Scizor is actually good for Mega Venusaur. It can also deal with Gengar to some degree. No doubt about that. And it can also U-turn the Slowbro and kill it eventually. But let's look at the other teammates. Dragonite can pretty much sweep. But then Slowbro comes in its way. See, I don't really have anything for Slowbro except for Toxic Stalling. That's where Gastrodon comes in. Gastrodon can Toxic Stall. Gastrodon can handle Thundurus. Gastrodon can handle Gengar if it's Mega... I don't know. Gastrodon can handle Heatran. Gastrodon can Toxic Stall Slowbro. Gastrodon can handle the Thundurus. Those are pretty much the same things that Blissey handles, except Blissey can handle Gengar better. And it can also handle the Venusaur. Now Talonflame is a problem. I actually made a new team that has a way to deal with Talonflame really well, but I mean I don't have that team with me, so it's not really something I can do. I can't do anything about that at the moment. But yeah, I mean I can use Dragonite to clean up in the end, I suppose. Or I can use Chandelure. No, I'm gonna go with Dragonite. So we started this game off. We started the recording off with an upsetting disconnect from our part. I didn't think it was going to happen. It connected well, everything was going well, and then first turn in the game, it just I'm making a choice and it disconnects, and we lose 14 points off of that. If we lost 10 points, it would be different, right? 9 points, 8 points. It wouldn't matter that much, but we lost 14 points. We didn't get to play the game. So as expected, Talonflame comes. All I can do is go into Gastrodon. I made a new team that has a Gyarados, because Gyarados and Ferrothorn are amazing teammates, and I find it really easy to play with them in this format. Because maybe this team or other teams are, they're good teams, but I find it very easy to play when you have a Gyarados and you have a Ferrothorn. Makes things a lot easier. And then add a Mega Magnetric to that, and you have so much coverage offensively, and you also have such great defensive typing, and you have dual Intimidate. That's great. That's amazing. I love that kind of team. So I use Intimidate, Rest Talk, Gyarados with Rocky Helmet to deal with all fire types, especially Talonflame. With T-Wave and Waterfall, oh, I love it. Max defense. Anyway, so I have to predict what's going to happen. I am going to predict that the Venusaur might come in. I'm just going to use Recover. Because I have Rocky Helmet, might as well just use Recover. It can't be Choice Banded because it used Brave Bird and it didn't do any damage. Or maybe it is Choice Banded. I mean, I'm not doing calc. I have the setup ready for calc and everything, but I'm not doing it. Yeah, I could have used Toxic. Whatever, it's fine. If Venusaur came, I couldn't have used Toxic, right? And honestly, when you look at my team, and you see that I have 2 water types, why wouldn't you bring Venusaur? Especially if it's going to be Mega. So I'm going to Toxic Stall the Slowbro. It's probably going to try to Toxic Stall me as well. I don't mind. I can Earth Power and... Never mind. It can learn Grass Knot. I watched the Mega the Mega Slowbro video. I should know that it's gonna have that it can learn Grass Knot. Ugh, stinks. Whatever. I'm just gonna use Recover. I shouldn't, honestly. Like, I need this Gastrodon for the Talonflame, so I shouldn't actually do what I'm doing right now. But I brought Blissey and I brought Dragonite. I can go into Blissey. I can actually go into Blissey, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on using Recover until this Slowbro decides to slack off. Because if he doesn't slack off, I mean, he's gonna be in trouble. Okay, all right, or that's better. You know, I get a free Recover. Awesome. That's amazing. That's the best thing that could have happened. And it can do whatever it wants to me. This Talonflame, it can honestly do whatever the heck it wants to me. I don't care. Is it gonna use Brave Bird? Is it gonna use Flare Blitz? I don't know what it's gonna do, but what should I do? Scald or Earth Power? You know, if I get rid of this right away, that's one less problem. So I'm just gonna use Scald. Will-O-Wisp. Okay, I see. I think this is a Rocky Helmet. This is why I didn't do that much damage with the what was that move called? With the bird attack. It was probably because this guy's a Rocky Helmet Talonflame. And right now, I think I'm just going to use Earth Power. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to use Earth Power anyway. Use Roost, you're going to get hurt a lot more than Scald. If you don't use Roost, whatever you switch into gets some kind of damage done to it. Regenerator. Oh, I forgot all about that. Alright, so this guy is going to be troublesome to take out. But I'm not about to stay in. I'm just going to go into Blissey at this point. No need to get all crazy. I'm going to go into Blissey. And this Slowbro. Yeah, this Slowbro. Slowbro is an issue. Yeah, you slack off. I could have used Recover. Anyways, I have a feeling this is going to be a very drawn-out match. Very drawn-out game. I just want to get my points back because I lost 14 points for practically nothing. Like, it really, really stinks. I did not deserve those points that I lost. And by the way, I don't know if this one's Rocky Helmet or if the Talonflame is like Sharp Beak or something like that. I cannot tell. This thing is probably Rocky Helmet now that I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to use Shadow Ball because it has a lot of HP. And, I mean, why not? I mean, Shadow Ball does big damage. Well, it doesn't do big damage, but it will do enough damage. Yeah, so I predict this thing is going to use a Focus Blast on me, but if anyone knows Blissey, they should know that Focus Blast is not about to kill this thing. So I'm going to use Seismic Toss, and then... Never mind, it has Superpower. All of these things carry Superpower. This is crazy. It's not going to kill me, but yo, that's just so crazy. I know Blissey can handle the other two Pokemon that my opponent has. Well, not quite the Talonflame, but yeah. I'm gonna have to heal up ASAP. Nice thing about having the Rocky Helmet. Oh my goodness! Of course, it gets a crit, perfect crit. Then it can probably kill me with whatever move it wants to next. This is very frustrating. If Gastrodon dies, I have no hope, and it's likely going to die to an HP Ice at this point. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. It's going to do 150 or something to me, so I can't go. I'm just going to go into Dragonite. I'm going to use Extreme Speed. I'm going to use Extreme Speed, call it a day. Thunder Wave, switch into Slowbro. Please don't switch into Slowbro. I imagine that it would switch into Slowbro, being all smart and whatever. But I'm just gonna go for Extreme Speed because I do not. Okay, so it went for that. I should have predicted that. I'm extremely frustrated right now. If this thing has Ice Beam, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, critical hit. Yeah, hey, yeah, so happy. Anyway, if I get to heal, I should be able to take out that Thundurus, and then I should be able to sweep, hopefully. If it doesn't have Ice Beam, I hope it really... If this thing has Ice Beam, I'm done. And it probably... no, it has Slack Off, Grass Knot, and it's going to have Stab. If it doesn't have Side Shock, I don't know, I'm going to have Blissey. I was thinking I can sack Blissey off versus the Thundurus, because Extreme Speed cleans up Talonflame, and versus this thing, I don't know. You see, if it has Ice Beam, I'm in very big trouble. If it doesn't have Ice Beam, I'm not in that much trouble. I hope you guys watching this really enjoy the game. I'm just very upset. I lost 14 points from the disconnect. And when people rage quit versus us, we don't get any points. Is this thing gonna use like Brave Bird or some nonsense versus us? Like, what does it plan on doing? Unbelievable. It's gonna use Soft Boiled. Up. And I'm gonna use Thunder Wave next. Actually, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. No, I am just going to, yeah, you know what? I'm going to use Thunder Wave. I'm going to use Thunder Wave. Yeah, it can do whatever the heck it wants. I'm going to use Thunder Wave. So this thing slows down. And then I'm just going to Seismic Toss it. This is very frustrating. Just gonna use Seismic Toss, keep it safe. It's gonna use Roost. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. This is gonna be a drawn out game, but unlike other drawn out games, it's not the same thing. It's not PP stall, the same thing happening again and again. It's actually pretty different stuff that's going on. So it shouldn't be the most shouldn't be the most boring. Shouldn't be boring at all, really. This is actually pretty intense. It's just basically my commentary that's going to keep you guys alive or not, so I really hope I manage to keep you guys alive. Not an easy thing to do. It's not going to hurt too bad. Hurt real bad, but ain't going to hurt too bad. That Brave Bird hurt a lot. I think it's Sharp Beak or Sky Plate or something along those lines. What does it have? Will-o-wisp, Roost, Brave Bird, probably Flare Blitz. I'm gonna soft boiled up next turn again. I think it would be safe to assume that the Slowbro doesn't have Ice Beam. Otherwise, it would have went for it. Or maybe it wouldn't have, but... I don't know. I don't really know. But... Brave Bird Recoil plus Seismic Toss damage? This Talonflame would be in trouble. Now, I should have recovered, honest. Okay. I seriously should have recovered. I might die. I might die next turn if it hits me. I might seriously die. Or unless this guy gets paralyzed. I'm going to be in big trouble if this thing hits me. Oh boy, if this thing hits me next turn, I am in serious trouble. You know what? Yeah, I am just going to use Soft Boiled. Probably going to Roost up. I hope you Roost up. Yep, he roosted up. If he went for a Brave Bird, he would have annihilated me. But he or she does not know the numbers. So, because I lost 140 health. No, I lost 170 health, right? I lost 170 health from the first one. So, you know, with 119 health, you could have actually done some pretty, you know, nasty stuff to me. So I'm thinking of bringing the Dragonite in this turn because the only way I can win is if Blissey does not have a status infliction and if it can actually survive versus that Thundurus. And it's paralyzed. Okay, so I was banging on that right now and it actually happened, so that was really nice to know. I'm going to use a Dragon Dance. I have a Lumberry, right? So I'm going to use a Dragon Dance right now. And it can do whatever the heck it wants. I'm just going to start using Outrage. I don't know what it's going to start doing, but I'm just going to start using Outrage. +1 Outrages, they really hurt. I can't see Talonflame surviving this. Not at all. And I'm jolly natured, so I'm going to outspeed that thing called Thundurus. I want to outspeed Thundurus, but Slowbro is definitely coming in this turn. And at the current health that I have on Chansey, I should be able to survive. I don't know if I can kill it though, that's the big problem. And if this thing has Ice Beam, Dragonite is as good as gone. But something had to be done. You know, something had to be done. I don't have Dragon Claw, and you know, it's not worth running Dragon Claw in my opinion on Battle Spot. I mean, right now it would have been worth, but generally it's not worth. If this thing is a Scald, that would be nice. Try to burn me, and then I just heal from the burn, and I just kill it the turn after. Critical hit, that's exactly what I needed. And it has Ice Beam, so it kills. But I think at this point we basically win the game. It crit me too. That did not matter. I don't think that mattered at all. Anyway, at this point, I'm just going to... So it doesn't have Psyshock, so I basically win this game. That crit was gigantic, but I think even if there was no crit, next turn he would have switched out into Thundurus or something along those lines, and I would have used Seismic Toss on that, and then I would 2-hit KO it, because I have enough health to withstand whatever comes my way. So I want to Seismic Toss. I am faster, I know that. Seismic Toss should be a 2-hit KO. I'm going to use Soft Boiled like crazy now because... Or it can just 1-hit KO the Thundurus on the switch. And now I can Toxic Stall the Slowbro. Now, for anyone that's going to be like, oh, you got a crit, that's why you won. If I did not get a crit, there's an extremely high chance he would have still went into Thundurus and I still would have seismic toss of Thundurus and it would have died. If this guy stayed in versus me, he wouldn't really do much because it is a Blissey. So if anything, that crit saved us the pain. It saved you guys the pain of, I don't know, if I were to even record and not edit out that nonsense, the stalling nonsense between Slowbro and Chansey, saves me the pain of playing this stall war. Anyway, right now we still have to play the stall war. I'm not going to use Seismic Toss because it has Rocky Helmet and it has the Gargantuan health. I'm just going to use Shadow Ball again and again and again. I'm going to bang for special defense drops, and it doesn't have Psy Shock, so I don't have to worry too much about anything. So you see, Shadow Ball did exactly what I needed it to do. It did a good amount of damage, and then it got a special D drop, so that's great. So yeah, so we're gonna use another Shadow Ball. So when you backtrack and think about Talonflame and how I had to switch into Dragonite and how I probably got lucky with the Thunder with the what was it called, Brave Bird? I wouldn't say I got lucky with that Brave Bird, because that thing was paralyzed. You know, it doesn't matter what I would have done. Actually, it does matter. But he would have tried to like paralyze me or something, right? So I would have just, oh no, my bad, sorry, burn me. So I would have Dragon Danced, and then I would have just annihilated him. But yeah, that's how this game went. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'm not recording another game for this episode. So yeah, I'm not recording another game for this episode. That's the end of this episode. This is episode 19. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So yeah, leave a like, leave comments. If you like the content on this channel, subscribe. Let everyone know about this. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a nice day. This was GroudonEmpire. Peace out.